I bought these silicone molds for ice cubes thinking that they probably have a working temperature somewhere above 500 degrees Fahrenheit, like similar cupcake molds. And that should work with pewter, which has a melting temperature somewhere in the 400s depending on alloy. Well, I know from experience that this hot plate set at just below medium will give you just the right heat on this pewter over melt to allow you to get a good pour but not be too hot. So I've been letting it set here for a while and normalizing. Okay, so we'll do the robot. And boy, that's taking a lot of metal. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to fill the small spot. Oh, there you go. Well, that might work out okay. They didn't leak, so that's a good sign. Let's see how they do. So that's separating pretty nicely right there. And, that's pretty darn cool. I like that. That robot came out kind of neat. It's got a little bit of undercutting in the eye there, but I think that'll be okay. I'll get that sanded up and we'll see how we did with it. Here's the pistol. These are some pretty good chunks of pewter. And boy, that came out really nice. I'm very happy with that. And it looks like they are reusable for casting if you want to cast pewter in. Well, the bots turned out kind of groovy, so I'm going to pour a few more of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're just kind of neat. So got to get enough metal in there. So yeah, this silicone mold has held up pretty well. You can never have too many bots. That's pretty good. This one's sort of incomplete, so I'm going to put that back in the pot. That's a nice one. The eyes form bubbles, but I think we can overcome that problem. Scored a stack of pewter plates at the local Goodwill store today. Must have been, oh gosh, 8 or 10 pounds of it. And got it out the door for, these are $1.99 each, but I think they were half price on this stuff today because she only charged me like 20 bucks for the whole load. So I got plenty of raw material here to cook, and I'm making some ingots so that I can take these old plates that they're cool but nobody wants them and make them into other things that maybe people don't want either. Who knows? Just a good old Teflon pot. Got this burner turned up on high, and that's. I pour them about a 1/2 inch thick. Oh, those look really nice. Well, I wish these were silver or gold because, man, I'd be pretty rich. Anyway, I've got ingots here to last me for quite some time. I think a couple of these ingots, I can get 3 or 4 of these little robots out of a couple of these ingots. And if I poured them a little shallower, I could probably get more. Well, here's the sanding and polishing station. Here's a few of these guys. They came out real nice. And so this is what they look like coming out of the mold. And then after I sand and polish, this is what you end up with. And I think the detail on these is kind of amazing.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just using a little bit of enamel paint here to add some color to a couple of these. This particular one, this red one and green one, being done here at Christmas time. Well, the first couple of them I did just kind of looked like this, and I just did a little paint. I thought that was kind of cool. This guy here, I thought, well, I'll add some antennae here, so I drilled some holes and tapped them for these brass-looking screws, and he looks kind of cool. And this guy, his eyes weren't very well formed, so I drilled and tapped some holes on his face, added these brass screws. Cool. And then I was looking around in a box and I found I had some of these glass beads and they look just like eyeballs. So sanded the face off and drilled a hole to accept this, and I used CA glue to put those eyeballs in there, and then I added a stick pin as an antenna there. And this is probably my favorite here. This guy has glass eyes and then the two antennae on the top. I've got my 17 robots, so this project is complete. Now, question is, what'll I do with them? Well, here's one thing I can do with them.